Are you ready? It's the Roundtable with me, Robert Bannon.
Well, welcome everybody. My name is Robert Bannon. You're listening to us on the Roundtable. We're here on BroadwayWorld, the Broadway Podcast Network, iHeart, and Spotify, and I'm so excited to talk about this movie. Lewis, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Lewis,
Glad to be
I
here.
know you. I've seen you. I've seen you in movies. I've seen you in television. What in the world are you doing directing a big, bold, giant martial arts fighting action war movie?
Uh, you woke me up, my brother, because I'm in Europe just exhausted, but your energy is infectious. God bless you. Yeah, what am I doing? It made me gray, you know? I mean, what was that choice about?
You're
Look,
supposed to
man,
be making paklavas, shooting Windex, working at the diner, or you're supposed to be on the
yeah,
Friends set. What are you doing?
it's funny. I've always been an aspiring filmmaker, my friend. In the last 5 years, I've rekindled it. I made a few movies a while ago that were really great. The Blackout, if you haven't seen it, one of my favorite films I've made. But nonetheless, yeah, man, just got back into it. Got blessed to make a few World War II movies the last couple of years. Learned a lot. Realized I love my action and I'm damn good at it and I'm getting better and I'm obsessive and I'm compulsive and I storyboard and I illustrate and I love Scott Atkins. And we collaborated on this with my partner, Mark, and it went from an idea through a conversation a year or so ago. And here we are with a real, to me and Scott and the gang, a real cinematic Scott Action's World War II martial arts film. So in saying that, it was a lot to take on as a director because from studio to my writer and producer to Scott, I'm cinema. I like cinema. I love acting. I love slow, methodical Anderson, There Will Be Blood type film. That's what I want to make. But I love action too. So we did our best to incorporate the both, and it wasn't easy, but we did
I'm
it.
excited. People, while we're talking Prisoner of War, it's coming out. How can we stream it? What can we do to make sure we find it? Where's it going to be?
Wrong question for me.
Okay, well,
That's
look,
yeah,
we're gonna
that's all Mark Cloud. All I know is September 18th, 19th, streaming. It's available streaming and Blue. It comes out anywhere, I think.
Oh, yeah. So wherever you're going to be. So if you're an Apple TV person, if you're an Amazon person, it's
Yeah.
going to be available for you to stream on demand. So if you're home, it's a Friday, you went to work, you're stressed out, you order some pizza, you crack open a beer, and this is the movie for my dad's going to die about this movie, Prisoners of War. All
Really?
you action
Great.
fans, this is for you. So what's it like to work with Scott Adkins? He's done a lot of work.
Yeah, well, he's to me he's the number one dude in town as far as this action world goes. He's the new dude and he's a friend of mine and he's a gem. First there, last to leave. Very smart, very, very on top of everything. Great suggestions with my mapping and my planning. It was a great collaboration, and he's a gem. He's an ultimate professional. Don't piss him off on set. Um,
I'm
and
gonna kick your ass. That's what's gonna happen.
yeah, yeah. Don't piss him off or piss me off. We're a good team together. We'll both kick upside. Well, I'll kick you in the shin. He'll kick you in the head. Um, Actually, I'm not a bad head kicker for what it's worth, but nonetheless, he's a gem, and I love him dearly. And there's a lot of trust, as you know, in making a motion picture film from the producers, the writer, which in this case was the Bond person with Mark and Brandon, to the director, to the lead actors. There's a lot of trust, and we all had faith in each other's positions, and we supported the vision, and somehow we got through it, and we're pretty happy about it.
What I read about with you is that you did a movie with him. You did The Debt Collector with him.
Yeah, we did The Debt Collector 1 and 2. I also did Avengement with Scott. And yeah, we kept in touch and we talked about this and here we are, yeah.
So what's it like to go from we're at craft service together and we're in our trailer and we're going on set and we're acting together to then I'm the director and now I'm giving you direction and now we have a different relationship. How does that change the dynamic on set for you and him?
To be honest with you, nothing. We were laughing, busting balls, making horribly crude jokes, and at the same time taking this filmmaking business extremely seriously. So yeah, nothing really changed. Just the dynamic of actor director, but the relationship did not change at all.
And when you look at your the bells ring here it's like well you're here when you're doing these films and you have done some incredible action films as well. I mean if it's Doom 2, if it's Rambo, if you and Liam Neeson in film, like you have worked with some of the world's most famous, incredible action. I mean Sylvester Stallone is action. Liam Neeson is action. What's it like on set with them? And then how did you learn on these sets to then make them work right on your set?
Well, the experience with these iconic actors was incredible. Um, but I learnt my filmmaking through 40 years of bleeding out my eyes, and I learned a lot of my action through the martial law series. If you remember, I was part
Mhm.
of martial law CBS Sammo Hung series when Hong Kong cinema first really came to America in a big way. I mean, national TV, it was a hit show. So Andy Chang, I love that guy. He was the main action dude there. I learned so much from Andy Chang, Sammo Hung, and that 1 year of martial law when it comes to action. Basically, I learned all the tricks. Yeah. And I learned about their work ethic, which was a lot different to the Americans at that point in time.
Mm.
I mean, reminiscent of Prisoner of War, man. Do it or you're gone, and the kicks were real and the punches were real. I remember being segueing. I was the star of martial law, co-star, and when I got hired, my first day, the first action sequence during the choreography, the Hong Kong guy who didn't speak a word of English, and his name was Richard Young, I think. Hard ass little dude, man, just a killing machine. So he says, "This is what I'm going to do. Let's rehearse it." And he kicked me, punched me, kicked me to the stomach, and then kicked me in the head. Not hard, but his shoe went slap, and he went, "That's how we do it." And I took a second and thought, okay, I can be what we do here and say, "What the F was that? I'm going home or calling my agent." Or I could just cowboy up. So I said, "You're here to learn. This is how they do it. Cowboy up." But I was also boxing at the time. Those were love taps to me, but nonetheless, um, yeah, great experience. Took that, an avid lover of film, all the great guys, the big boys. I watched every documentary from Hitchcock to Spielberg to all of these guys, and I incorporated my belief system, which is reminiscent of, I guess, theirs, which is how it should be. And I'm just aspiring to grow and get better. So that was my filmmaking process. Being on set with Stallone and these guys is awesome because, I only had a small stint with Mr. Stallone, and I just observed him. I didn't want to bother him. I'm not like that. So even though we had a scene together, I didn't, with that particular case. Liam and I spoke for 40 minutes. The director had to say, "Can you shut the fuck up? We've got to make a movie." That's a true story because I used to live next door to Liam in the Hollywood Hills. So it's different every time, but you learn from them. You learn from watching them. So, yes, watching how they talk to the director, watching how they rehearse, watching how they set the scene. So, yeah, you're always learning. So it was great. Yeah.
I love this. I also learned so far while we're here talking to Lewis that I would want to pick him in a fight and I would not mess with him on a set or in the street because Lewis is going to beat your ass. And that's
No,
and and he's got a tough movie. So all you people who love a tough movie that are out here to watch a good movie, a good action flick, they don't make action flicks like they used to like this. We need, people love these kind of
thanks, man. Thanks.
What's
Yeah.
what is the theme of this movie? What is what how do you describe what's the elevator pitch? What's it about?
Well, first of all, before I get to that, one of many reasons I think people are responding so positively to this movie is because, there's a lot of movies I've directed for companies and people, but by the time I deliver my director's cut and I see it on Netflix, sometimes I'm horrified. And there was one particular point where I wanted to quit directing because it broke my soul so much. The thing about this film is it was an in-house Odyssey Motion Pictures production. That's myself and my partner Mark in combination with Brandon mentioned now. And we had control from point one to delivery. We got our ace team on it, our team, our post team, Austin Nordell, a gem, savant editor, and Tassos for the music. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is we had the ability to fulfill a vision without 15 suit hands coming in and saying it needs more salt and it needs less this. And I think that's a big part of why it came together so well.
I'm really excited for everybody watching right now to definitely check out this film. We're talking about Prisoner of War. It comes out the 19th, I believe. It's the Friday. When you're watching this, it's going to be this Friday. You could stream it and listen to it, get it on demand wherever it's going to be. Your journey from Australia to Hollywood and tackling film and television. When I look at IMDb, you have hundreds, literally hundreds of television and film credits and episodes that you have done. What's it feel like now to have your own production company, your own big movie coming out, and after a lot of years on set, a lot of years of work, rejection, auditions, self-tapes, trying to find money to make a movie, it must be satisfying that this movie's coming out.
I'm having a real good time with you. So on this question, it's a pretty heavy loaded question, so I'll try and be real wholesome and brutally honest. Yeah, it's a rough business, man. People, everyone knows it, especially when you live in it for decades. Even if you're up 1 minute, you can be down the rejection, everything you just mentioned. I mean, I've cried literally. I'll share with you. I'm in a reminiscent mood, so I'll share with the people. I've literally, after making a lot of money and losing money and building and disappearing and coming back, I've cried on street corners, penniless at some points in this career. And after some great work, and it's soul crunching because from the self-doubt, they don't respect me, I'm nothing, my life's over, my career's over, which can happen like that in this business. It's overwhelmingly, what's it, volatile would be the word. So to just made it to this point, man, and to be able to say yes, myself and Mark met 15 to 20 years ago at the old Silver Spoon, and we decided to take a chance with this Odyssey thing, and it's kicked us in the teeth for decades, man. So we are. I mean, when I was in Australia when we had our locked edit, and he was in the States, and he called me and he said he cried, and I was in Australia in my friend's basement, and I cried too, literally cried, like just the fact that it's finished and it came out. Just it's a beautiful piece of cinema. I'm honored, I'm blessed, I'm fortunate, but we've worked damn hard, and we're real. I'm hoping that the people really respond and enjoy it as much as we did. Yeah.
Lewis, I don't know you, but I felt that. I feel you. I'm rocking with you now, Lewis. We're
Yeah,
gonna
man.
come on. This movie's gonna be out. You're all gonna stream it, and I want to thank you for all the films you make, the films you will make, and also the incredible cinema and television that you've been a part of. We had Nia here not too long ago, and we talked about Big
Oh,
Fat
she's
Greek
the
Wedding.
best, man.
I know this is a different type of movie, but when I tell you, as an Italian with crazy Italian family, that movie spoke so much to my family. Your character, Nick, and what you brought to this film and what you bring to films really means something to so many generations of people. It will live forever. The work you've done live forever. And I want to say thank you. Thank you for the art and the work you do. When those days when you feel like it doesn't matter, it matters to a lot of us because we really live through that, and it's a special place for us. So thank you for the work. We appreciate it.
Bless you, buddy. It means a lot. Thank you for the kindest of words.
Everybody, Prisoner of War. You want to have a wild twofer? Watch Big Fat Greek Wedding and then watch Prisoner of War. You'll have a bipolar moment.
They really go
Woohoo!
together well.
Prisoner of War is going to be out on the 19th, streaming wherever you listen to and get your movies. Make sure you check it out. An honor to talk to you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, brother.